Good morning. Welcome to this week's list. I'm calling this the stocking stuffer list because I picked out a specific list that kept every coin below $1,500, actually below $1,300. These would be great presents for that numismatic person in your life that you want to give an amazing gift to without completely breaking the bank. So the prices range anywhere between $125 and $1,250. So let's get started. These are cool. Meat and potatoes, but also some really interesting things that a collector will really appreciate. Okay, key date, 1872 Indian cent. Light brown, AU53 CAC, just came back from CAC. It has a nice little glow to it, even though I'm getting a little bit of oversaturation in the video here. Apologize for that. That's maybe a little bit better. There's a good look at what the coin looks like. This coin's $700. The last non-CAC sold for $720, it looks like, in September of 24. I think it's certainly reasonably priced. You can find these with patience, even though it is a key date. But this one has a great look, and I think distinguishes itself from the rest of the pack as such. All right, for that Lincoln cent lover, this is a great teens date. 15D, 64 red brown. Lots of red for a red brown, but it is properly graded. I think it's properly graded as a 64 as well. Don't think that coin would upgrade, although it does have a lot of flash. The reverse is almost completely red, which is a little bit mellowing on the wheat ears. You can see it. No real spotting. There's a little bit of discoloration right there in between E and R of America. I'm being picky. $300 for this coin. All right, this is the most expensive coin of the group. This is a 79/8. I think the only overdate nickel. I don't know, like you still need a loop to look at it. It's one of the reasons why overdates and nickels are not super popular as far as the collecting base. Plus the dates, look how tiny the dates are. And plus then all the dates in these nickels, because the metal was so hard and maybe the quality control was not great, they're just always a hot mess. This actually is a fairly clean coin. I don't see a lot of die breaks. Clearly a cameo. Of course, it's a proof too, so the quality is going to be better. Clearly a cameo. I grade this coin 66 cameo. I know some people were griping at me the other day. They're like, oh my gosh, it's pretty clear that you're just a scudsy dealer. I'm not. I just call them how I see them. I call balls and strikes. I think most of you that know me for many years know that I do that. So this coin is $1,250. That's pretty expensive for what it says on the slab, but the coin has an outstanding look. It has outstanding eye appeal, and it's very, very, very choice for the grade. All right, what's next? Oh, this is a cool coin. All right, 1924 nickel. Now, if you're not a fan, or if you're not a student of the series, I should say, it is really, really hard to find this coin in grades above 65. The price doubles in 66 CAC, and then if you get into 67s, I think these coins go for like 15 grand. And there's no 68s, I don't think, in the 1924s, which is kind of a little strange. This coin just has perfect kind of nickel toning to it. I don't think it's a 6. I think it's a nice 5. Just doesn't have quite the pop that you would want to see on a 6. Also a little bit of flatness right there on the braid. This coin is $900. Like I said, more than double in 66, and then it just goes exponential in 67. So I think this is a really good value grade if you're a Buffalo Nickel Series collector. All right. Seated fans, there's a semi-key date dime, 43.0. This one just has a perfect look for a VG. Pop of 2, I think, in VG, VG10, and then not really any all the way up through VF. I think there's like 4 in VF, maybe like 4 in all of the fine grades at CAC. This coin sets itself apart just because of the nice Cert cameo, unclean surfaces, just nice eye appeal. This is expensive again for what the price guide says, but go out and try to find this coin. You won't be able to. $575. I love seated dimes, especially Stars seated dimes. I think they got a great look to them, especially when you find them nice. Usually they're just like kind of, they don't really pop. I think that's why the Cert cameo is so great on this. All right, I had this coin raw, sent it into CACG. I thought it would 5. They 4+'d it. Probably, you know, I guess it makes sense that this is like a 65C coin, but the luster really sets it apart. I mean, you will want all of your 64s to look like this coin. Maybe it's like a little too much chatter there on the cheek, but man, it's pretty clean left obverse field, clean right obverse field. This coin is like a 5+ in an NGC holder. There's no huge spread, however, so I'm pricing this at $800, which I think is super fair. I think it'll move fast at that, especially for one of the key date Washingtons, and also Blast White, which is a big plus in the Washington market. All right, $800 for that one. Next up is the only commemorative of the day, but one of my favorites. Like, I normally hate Elgins. Like, they just kind of come with no contrast. They don't come with amazing luster. This coin I just got back from CAC. I loved it when I got it, and it's got really light kind of pink champagne toning on it. The luster is outstanding for the issue, very high end for the grade. The obverse is definitely a shot 67. Reverse, a little bit more typical in that you don't get great relief on the reverse. Although this mauve sort of pinkish, bluish Easter egg toning is not oppressive. It still allows all the luster to come through. Maybe a little bit too much chatter on the reverse for a 7. But a great looking Elgin. Last one sold with a CAC sticker white for $432. I'm pricing this at $375. Some commem guy is gonna love it, or gal. I'm just admiring it. Just trying to find any imperfections here. Maybe a little tick right there on the wild man's face. All right, next up, this is cute. A 1940S and AU55 CAC. Huh. This is almost all Rattler premium. I'm pricing this at $125, which is dumb money for a raw 40S, but it's a cool Rattler. It's not going to break the bank. It's a good talking piece, and the coin has good eye appeal as well. Just very light toning, as you might expect for an original, slightly circulated S-Mint $50. Not a horrible strike, not great. Like, you can see there's still definitely mitten, but sometimes this entire area is like a big giant blob on 40Ss. $125. And last but not least, the only gold coin in the bunch, a really nice looking original 49.0 popular coin. I really don't see this date, especially in CAC. I went and looked up the pops after I kind of made mental note of like how often I handle this piece. Only 3 of them in 45 CAC. So this coin is, the last APR was at 840. I'm priced, I think that was a little high. The coin had some color to it. But it is hard to find. You would not be able to necessarily go to any major show and find a 49.0 in the very popular grade of 45 CAC. This coin has very even look to it. Tiny. Got the O going there. Open wreath. Which I think they're all 49.0s are open wreaths. Oh, and I got distracted. $700. Last one sold for $840. Thought that was a little strong. but 700 bucks delivered to your door. Actually, if it's under 1,500 bucks, I'm charging shipping now. It's just got to. The post office is out of control. Call your congressperson. That's all I can say. All right, folks, if you like what we're doing here at Silicon Valley Coins, please subscribe. I love hearing from you all. I love it when you guys write and check in. And I really appreciate your attention and your patronage. Till next week, happy hunting.